Hi everyone, it's great to meet you all again with another video. This is UK series part 3. If you've not watched part 2, please do go and watch the part 2, then you can watch this part, and I'm providing the link in the iCard. In this video, we're going to see how to become a solicitor with a foreign degree in UK, and we're also going to see about the Qualified Lawyers Transfer Scheme. What are all the steps which you need to go through to clear this particular exam? What is the syllabus and various aspects connected to this particular Qualified Lawyers Transfer Scheme? How to become a solicitor in UK with a foreign degree? United Kingdom has opened its gates to welcome skilled and eligible lawyers to work as solicitors in the country. Solicitors Regulation Authority regulates the examinations, or to say the qualifications required for becoming a solicitor in United Kingdom. And by clearing the Qualified Lawyers Transfer Scheme, one can become a solicitor in United Kingdom. This pattern of qualifying would be substituted by solicitors qualifying examination from 1st September 2021. Qualified Lawyers Transfer Scheme. This QLTS, which is the Qualified Lawyers Transfer Scheme, supplanted the Qualified Lawyers Transfer Test, QLTT. Initially, it was QLTT. Then they brought in QLTS, Qualified Lawyers Transfer Scheme, in the place of QLTT, Qualified Lawyers Transfer Test. And those who have completed or started their law graduation, graduate diploma in law or the law practice course before 1st September 2021 are eligible to apply for Qualified Lawyers Transfer Scheme. And they have an option to choose QLTS or SQE, that is Qualified Lawyers Transfer Scheme or Solicitors Qualifying Examination. Solicitors Qualifying Examination partly supplants QLTS, which is Qualified Lawyers Transfer Scheme, and those who are going to pursue law graduation, it could be a graduate diploma in law or a law practice course, after 1st September 2021 can only choose SQE, which is Solicitors Qualifying Examination. The cutoff date is 1st September 2021. Qualified Lawyers Transfer Scheme, and they have an assessment in this particular scheme. And this QLTS is a series of procedure and assessment which helps a foreign lawyer to become a solicitor in England and Wales. Actually, this scheme opened the United Kingdom legal market to qualified lawyers from across the globe, from different diversities. A foreign lawyer from one of the recognized jurisdictions is eligible to take the Qualified Lawyers Transfer Scheme assessment. This Qualified Lawyers Transfer Scheme replaced the Qualified Lawyers Transfer Test on 1st September 2010. Stages of QLTS. There are 4 stages in Qualified Lawyers Transfer Scheme. Stage 1. In Stage 1, you need to get qualified as a lawyer from a recognized jurisdiction. So you need to get a law degree which is being recognized, and particularly from a recognized jurisdiction. The list of jurisdiction is provided in the Solicitors Regulatory Authority website. I'm providing the link in the description as well. If you want, you can have a look at the recognized jurisdictions. Stage 2. There are 2 parts in the QLTS assessment. One is a multiple choice test and objective structured clinical examination, and a person or an aspirant needs to get qualified in this QLTS assessment, which includes the multiple choice test and objective structured clinical examination. Stage 3. After this, an aspirant or a lawyer who wants to become a solicitor needs to complete a 2-year training contract. Stage 4. The person or the aspirant who wants to become a solicitor should meet the requirements for character and suitability. Stage 1. Qualify as a lawyer. If you have a qualifying law degree or you're a graduate diploma in law from a recognized jurisdiction, then you qualify as a lawyer for this QLTS, Qualified Lawyers Transfer Scheme. And there are some recognized jurisdictions: India, USA, Russia, Australia, Turkey, Nigeria, Canada, Japan, Nepal, Norway, and all European Union countries, etc. I have not given the entire list. If you want to see the entire list of recognized jurisdictions, it's available in the website of Solicitors Regulatory Authority. You can see the link in the screen, and I'll be providing the same link in the description as well. Stage 2. QLTS Assessment, Qualified Lawyers Transfer Scheme Assessment. This particular stage is a very important stage in Qualified Lawyers Transfer Scheme. This particular assessment has two parts. The first part is multiple choice test, where a question is given and you have multiple answers wherein you have to select the right answer. And the second part is objective structured clinical examination, and this has plenty of other parts in its subparts. An aspirant has to clear these two parts to get qualified in Qualified Lawyers Transfer Scheme. The Qualified Lawyers Transfer Scheme covers 4 major subject areas. The first is Head 1, property, and the second major subject is Head 2, which is litigation. The third is Head 3, professional conduct and accounts, and the fourth is Head 4, principles of common law. So, an aspirant who wants to become a solicitor should have thorough knowledge on the property related laws and other aspects, litigation related aspects, the professional conduct and accounts, and also the principles of common law. Stage 2. Qualified Lawyers Transfer Scheme Assessment, Multiple Choice Test. As it is a multiple choice test where you have multiple answers to a question, each correct answer will carry 1 mark. You get 1 mark for each correct answer. Each of the questions in the test is followed by 5 possible answers, and the candidates or the aspirant should choose the best answer among these 5 possible answers. And there are no negative marks in this. No marks are deducted if an incorrect answer is opted. So, an aspirant should try to attempt all the questions, and multiple answers for a single question will not be counted. For example, if there is a question and there are 5 answers to that, and if you select 2 answers, then that particular question will not be valued and it will not be counted. And the marks obtained in both the parts of this exam will be calculated together to derive the overall percentage in multiple choice test. The multiple choice test is a computer-based assessment in English language. Generally, these tests are offered twice in a year. That is, the test is conducted 2 times in a year. And the qualifying mark or the pass mark will be determined by a standard setting panel under the Solicitor's Regulation Authority. And before an aspirant or a person who wants to become a solicitor can progress on to OSCE, he needs to pass or she needs to pass the multiple choice test stage to progress onto the OSE stage. Stage 2 Qualified Lawyers Transfer Scheme Assessment Objective Structured Clinical Examination OSCE. In this, the candidates undertake 18 assessed exercises, and in this, the first part is 6 in business and 6 assessed exercises in property and probate, and the third part is 6 assessed exercises in civil and criminal litigation. And for practical purposes, the objective structured clinical examination is divided into 2 parts. The first part is objective structured clinical examination part 1, and the second part is objective structured clinical examination part 2. Objective structured clinical examination part 1 contains client interview and completion of attendance note or the case analysis, advocacy and oral presentation. And the objective structured clinical examination part 2 consists of 3 different subparts. The first one is legal drafting, and the second one is legal research, and the third one is legal writing. Objective structured clinical examination part 1 takes place on different days and in a different venue from objective structured clinical examination part 2. But it is necessary that the aspirant or the candidate must take part 1 and 2 at the same sitting. And in order to pass the objective structured clinical examination, candidates must obtain the overall pass mark or the qualifying mark for the objective structured clinical examination. This overall qualifying mark or the pass mark will be set using the borderline regression method. There is no separate pass mark or a qualifying mark for part 1 and part 2 of the objective structured clinical examination. So the basic point is that the objective structured clinical examination is split into 2 parts for the sake of convenience, and the pass mark or the qualifying mark is determined as a whole. Stage 3 Training Contract. A 2-year training contract should be undertaken to get qualified as a solicitor. This is mainly taken by trainee solicitors after they finish their legal practice course. The trainees spend around 2 years getting a practical legal education overseen by a senior solicitor in law firms. From August 2014, the Solicitor Regulation Authority announced that firms were required to pay trainees the national minimum wage. Firms were required to pay their trainee solicitors at least £18,590 if they were in central London, and £16,650 elsewhere. Stage 4 Character and Suitability Assessment. This is the last and final stage in Qualified Lawyers Transfer Scheme. This checks the following requirements: the character and suitability requirements, conduct and behavior of the candidates, aggravating and mitigating factors, and also disclosure and evidential requirements. I hope you do like the video. If you like the video, please do press the thumbs up button. And if you want to say something, do comment in the video. And please do share the channel with your friends. And it could be of great help to them if they want to have a practice in United Kingdom or if they want to study in United Kingdom. And please don't forget to subscribe the channel. I personally thank you for watching this channel.